Good afternoon. I see 4 commissioners.
Hello, Judge.
Afternoon.
There
Good
we
afternoon.
All right, Chambers County Court Chambers County Commissioners come to order. We had a special call meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. this morning on Monday, the 16th day of November. Longtime employee Kenny Parrish passed away, and his funeral was in 43-year employee. So we moved this meeting to 1:30, and the notice was put out that the meeting was moved. So Parrish family in your prayer.
Never mind.
And we're going directly to the special call meeting agenda. To canvass election results from November 3rd, 2020 joint general election. I'm gonna turn it over to Ms. Hawthorne.
I think I'm good. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see everybody.
Hello, Heather.
This is the cumulative results for the November 3rd, 2020 election that was held a week ago, something. I've got wedding brain still. So we had a 70.57% turnout. 21,706 of our 30,756 registered voters voted. Obviously, that's very impressive. The first race is President and Vice President of the United States. Donald J. Trump, Michael Pence received 80% of the vote with 17,353 votes. Joseph Biden and Kamala Harris received 18.46% of the vote, or 3,997. Joe Jorgensen and Jeremy Cohen of the Libertarian Party received 1.15%, or 250 votes. Howie Hawkins and Angela Walker of the Green Party received 50 votes, or 0.23% of the registered voters. Brian Carroll and Amar Patel received 1 vote, and Casey Wells and Rachel Wells also received 1 vote in Chambers County, for a total of 21,652 votes cast in the presidential election. U.S. Senator John Cornyn received 79.7%, 17,037. 17% went to MJ Hagar, 3,786. 1.9% to Kerry McKinnon, the Libertarian, with 419 votes, and David Collins with the Green Party received 111 votes for 0.52%, with a total of 21,353 ballots cast in that election. U.S. Representative 36, Dr. Brian Babin, Republican, received 17,305 votes with 81.51% of the vote. Rashad Lewis of the Democratic Party received 3,464 votes with 16%. Chad Abbey of the Libertarian Party received 362 votes, and Hal Ridley Jr. received 99, with a total of 21,230 votes cast in that race. Railroad Commissioner Jim Wright, 16,908. Krista Castaneda, 3,682. Matt Sterrett, 406. And Kat Green, 145. Chief Justice of the Supreme Court Nathan Heck received 16,878. Amy Meekum, 3,819. Mark Ash, 469, for a total of 21,166 votes cast in that race. Justice Supreme Court Place 6, unexpired term of Jane Bland, 17,334. Kathy Chen, 3,790, for a total of 21,124 votes cast in the race. Supreme Court Place 7, Jeff Boyd, 16,912. Stacey Williams, 3,749. William Strange, 447, for a total of 21,000. votes cast. Supreme Court, Place 8, Brett Busby, 16,993. Heath Latriana, 3,637, and Tom Oxford, 447, for a total of 21,077 votes cast in that race. Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 3, Burt Richardson, 17,197, Elizabeth Frizzle, Democrat, 3,846, for a total of 21,043 votes cast in the race. Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 4, Kevin Yeary, 17,205, Tina Clinton, 3,795, for a total of 21,000 votes even cast in that race. Criminal Court of Appeals, Place number 9, David Newell, 17,229, Brandon Birmingham, 3,722, for a total of 20,951 cast in that race. State Senator District 4, Brandon Creighton, 16,961, Jay Stadelberg, 3,532, Cameron Brock, 520, for a total of 21,013 votes in that race. State Representative District 3, Mays Middleton, 17,571, Jeff Antonelli, 3,522, 21,090 votes cast in that race.
Thank you. All right.
Justice 14th Court of Appeals, Tracy Elizabeth Christopher, 17,209, Jane Robinson, 3,721, for a total of 20,930 votes cast in the race. Justice First Court of Appeals, Place 3, Russell Lloyd, 17,112, Veronica Rivas Malloy, 3,789, for a total of 20,901 votes cast in that race. First Court of Appeals, District 5, Place 5, Terry Adams, 17,189, Amparo Monique Guerra, 3,657, for a total of 20,846 votes cast in the race. 14th Court of Appeals, District, Place 7, Ken Wise, 17,213, Tamika Kraft, 3,676, for a total of 20,889 votes cast in that race. 344th Judicial District, District Judge Randy McDonald, 18,563. 304th Judicial District, District Attorney Cheryl Swope Leak, 18,273 votes. County Attorney Scott Peel, 18,309 votes. Brian Hawthorne, Sheriff, 18,259. County Tax Assessor Collector Denise Hutter, 18,673. County Commissioner Precinct 1, Jimmy Gore, 3,324. County Commissioner Precinct 3, Tommy Hammond, 6,121. Constable Precinct 1, Dennis Dugoff, 2,203. Constable Precinct number 2, Big John Moran, 1,608. Precinct 3, Constable Donnie Stanley, 486. Precinct 4, Constable Ben L. Butch Bean Jr., 6,132. Constable Precinct number 5, Brad Moon, 807. Constable Precinct number 6, Kirk Rich, 7,485. City of Anahuac Mayor, Charlie Henry, 788. City of Anahuac Alderman, Position 4, Deidre Cruz, 675. City of Anahuac Alderman, Position 5, Danny Thompson, 364. Nathan Trahan, 435, for a total of 799 votes cast in that race. City of Baytown Councilmember District number 5, Thomas Parent, 708. Ashley Marie Cressy, 239. Jacob Powell, 785, for a total of 1,732 votes in that race. And that race will go to a runoff as there was no majority. City of Baytown Councilmember District number 6. That is a precinct, that is a district that flows over into Chambers County, and yet we have no voters in the land that that district is in. So there are zeros on all of those races,
Totals.
those candidates. Anahuac Independent School District Trustee, Position 3, Carlton Carrington, 1,932, Lane Bertrand, 1,074, for a total of 3,006 votes cast in the race. Anahuac ISD Trustee, Position number 4, John Redmond, 2,846. East Chambers ISD Trustee, Position 1, Patrick Denton, 849, Taylor Wilcox, 1,426, for a total of 2,275 total votes. Frank Avalos, East Chambers ISD Position 2, 2,110 votes. East Chambers Trustee Position 6, Kelly Touche, 2,107. East Chambers ISD Trustee Position 7, Charlotte Easer Edwards, I call her Cece, 2,100 votes. Precinct number 2, Director, Trinity Bay Conservation District, Mark Mitchell, 513, Cody Bauer, 382, for a total of 895 votes cast in that race. Director, Precinct number 4, Greg Turner, 697, Loretta Emmons, 250, for a total of 947 votes cast in that race. Director, Precinct number 5, Dorothy Hamilton, 382, Scott Kayla, 409, for a total of 791 votes cast in that race. Chambers County Med District Director, this is Chambers County Med District number 1, Justin Myers, 258, Elizabeth Gilbert, 181, Russell Ruth, 66, Brenda Medina, 237, William Gibson, 88, Laura Rupp, 185, Kelly Riggs, 304, for a total of 1,319 votes. Chambers County Public Hospital District number 1, Mike Emmons, 885, Geraldine Brown, 972, Michael Manders, 440, Leslie Turner, 1,550, for a total of 3,847 cast in that race. Baytown Crime Control and Prevention District, Proposition A, 4 is 1,517, against is 299, for a total of 1,816 votes cast in that race. Baytown Fire Control, Prevention and Emergency Medical Services District, Proposition A, 4, 1,679, against 153, for a total of 1,832. That is the conclusion of all the races that were on the ballot. It was a very successful election. We did it very safely. We did it with great integrity and transparency. And we special thanks goes to the IT team, the sheriff's office. I know I'm going to start forgetting. I shouldn't have ever started. The commissioners for giving me all the resources that I needed to get it accomplished. Of course, my staff, it was amazing. We started this process early in August. Early voting was 3 weeks and election day. So it was a very long election cycle, but we did it. And obviously special thanks to Cameron Ford, who was amazing on the voter registration end of things. It just was a true Team Chambers County effort, and we got it done.
Amen.
Amen. Any questions?
Hey, Heather,
Yes, sir.
what do you think of all the undervotes? People just not going down punching or just what?
Absolutely. Just, I know from just some of the limited ballots that went through, you got to remember there's limited. So those crossed out all the local races, number one. So they automatically were undervotes. But just a lot of people were very interested in the presidential race and voted that race only. So
I
then
noticed that.
got an undervote on that. But all in all, it's successful on our end.
Yeah, no, y'all done a great job. We need to teach the rest of the nation a little something.
Heather, I want to thank you and your leadership. Had the opportunity over the last 40 years to deal with a lot of county clerks and a lot of people running elections. And without question, I say this not because you're my friend. I say this because it's real. It's unbelievable and remarkable. The leadership and the quality is just, it's indescribable how good you do. And we appreciate it. I know the taxpayers do, Heather. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mark, for those kind words. I have been chosen as the statewide representative for
Imagine that.
the Clerks Association for election legislation. So I will, who knows with COVID, how much time I'll be in and out of Austin. Obviously, there's some suggestions that our association would like to bring forward to the legislature, but all in all, my motto from the get-go back in July when I was a guest speaker for our Secretary of State's conference was Texas wants to stay out of the news. And we did a good job staying out of the news, so we're good.
Great.
And then I'm going to do a reorganization of my office and bring some of that key leadership that I have been mentoring over this past year and have that person have a new title and so I can continue mentoring them. So Chambers County, as we continue to grow, obviously we reached over 30,000 voters and we know that's not stopping anytime soon. At all of 21 under my wing and 22, and we'll just continue to grow and make things really good for our voters and citizens.
Great. I second what everybody said. You did a great job. Appreciate it. Now on to
Thank you.
Pennsylvania to teach those guys.
I know it. It's crazy. That's why I spend a lot of time in Austin, making sure some of our laws don't end up like their laws.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a good week.
You too.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the canvas.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Gore. And I'll echo what all you guys said during the Love Fest, but we did do a good job. I'm proud of Chambers County. All right, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, of course, none. Motion carries. All right, now we have a special call meeting that was posted for Monday, the 16th day of November, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. And the first item is executive session. So we're going down to the others. Lauren, is Sam or somebody going to get on, or do you know? No? All right, number two, discuss, consider developing and submitting an application for the 2021-22 Texas Department of Agricultural Community Development Block Grant Fund. Where?
Sure.
We'll pull the packet up. We might as well get Sam on the phone, Laura, in case there's questions. Everyone get their packet for this agenda? It's on
I
the,
just now figured out these were stuff behind all the other election stuff.
okay.
We got it.
That was it.
Okay, so developing and submitting an application 2021-22. We're getting Sam on the phone. If you have questions or if you're ready to vote on it, you got it open so I can close this.
I mean, these are just applications right now.
It's just
so
the application, Jesse.
I'll move for approval, Judge.
Motion by Commissioner Combs, second by Commissioner Tice. Was that you, Mark?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions? Hearing none, those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 3, authorize the Department of Economic Development in partnership with Purchasing Department, seek bids for qualified grant management firms for the 21-22 TDA CDBG CF.
That's an annual event, isn't it?
Morning.
How are y'all?
We're good. We got you on in case there's any questions. We're on.
Sure. Just like a brief overview of the program.
Go ahead.
This is
Oh, yeah.
through the Texas Department of Agriculture. They also have a program like GLO called the Community Development Block Grant. This is their community development fund. They recently made a change to it, which is interesting and would be useful for us. In the past, they prioritized water and sewer projects, but this year, for the first time, they've also prioritized drainage and road and street improvement. This is a smaller grant in that the maximum is $350,000, but we can use it in conjunction with local funding if we had a larger project. So all that I'm asking today is for you guys to think about if this is something that you'd like to go after. And if it is, authorize me to move forward with the project development application. And then also go ahead and authorize me to go through procurement for grant management and for architecture and engineering.
So can this, we may have talked about this, Sam, can it be used for a match, other funds?
It cannot be used for match
Okay.
of other funds. But we could use other funds with this to complete a larger project, meaning if we had local funds, we could match with this to complete a larger project.
Okay. Did you mention the match?
There is a percentage match. It depends on the project that we want to complete. And basically it's very simple. It's very similar to the GLO CDBG mitigation match. And the more we're willing to match, the higher the point value that we get for that section is. It's not necessary that we do match. It just would ensure, it would improve the likelihood of us receiving funding through this program. I haven't done any project development yet. I did forward this over to Corey to kind of get his wheels spinning, but I didn't want to go too far into it before I knew if this was something you guys were interested in working on.
What's the time frame on this money?
So it is, application is not due until next May. There's a lot of stuff we have to do before application, which is why I'm going ahead and coming to you now. Realistically, we probably wouldn't receive funding until spring 2022. So we're looking at 18 months from now before we'd actually get funding. So we're a ways out.
Sam, is this the one that was extended that I remember looking at that was extended because of COVID and I guess other reasons?
Perhaps. I sent it to you as well, Commissioner Combs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
All right, entertain a motion on number 3.
So move.
Second.
Who moved? Gore? Commissioner Gore?
Yes,
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Combs. Those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 4, authorize Department of Economic Development in partnership with the Purchasing Department, seek bids for qualified architecture and engineering firms for the same 21-22 TDA CDBG. Entertain motion.
So move.
Second.
Yeah, all of their
Hang on a
fees,
minute. Who made the motion?
Holmes.
Okay.
Billy, I
Combs and
second
Tice.
your.
All right, go ahead. Jimmy.
all of their fees is coming out of this grant money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so I mean,
the architecture and engineering and grant management would be part of this. It would be funded through the grant.
okay, so actually, I mean, what kind of real money are we gonna have after we finish doing all that, would you think?
So just a really rough estimate, we're probably looking at right at $300,000 after those funds have come out to spend.
Okay,
So
thank you.
it would have to be a small project.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm sure we can find a project to fit. We've got
Oh,
roads and drainage.
And like I said, we can put it towards a larger project. And say we had just a bridge project that we knew was going to cost $500,000. Put this $300,000 towards it, and then the county would only be responsible for any overage. So it's a good opportunity. I think it's worth pursuing because, like I said, it would be basically getting 50% off a larger project if we chose to use it in that way as well.
How would you, when you're applying this to a bigger project, if you already hired all these engineers and architects for the other development, how would you work together with them, with these engineers here and pay them and architects?
So it has to be a brand new project. It can't be a project that we've already broke ground on.
New construction.
And if you guys choose to, you've already chosen to pursue the thing, but if we move forward all the way, what we'll do is I'll sit down with Corey and whoever we procure for engineering, although I'm not going to procure engineering just yet. The main thing that I need today is to be able to procure grant management. Because like I said, there's some administrative public hearings and things like that that'll happen in the next month or so. Probably looking at procurement for engineering at the end of next month, but still, we'll work with Corey and then whoever we contract engineering out with to identify a project that needs to be completed. And then they'll do the engineering for the project, whatever it may be. So it can't be a project that we've already started on. Theoretically, it could be something that you've already looked at and completed some engineering on, but the project can't have broken ground.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm just curious to how you mash that together, but that's understandable. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
All right, other questions?
Could some of this money be used for right-of-way and easement acquisitions?
Yes, that is also part of the improvements that are being completed. So you can't use it only for right away. Like say the county was doing a road project and they needed to obtain right away. You couldn't use the funds only for that. But like I said, if we wanted to put a match with, or put it on a larger project and use some of it for right away and acquisition, we absolutely could.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
So you can't use it solely for that, if that makes sense.
But if it's part of a project, it could be used.
Absolutely, yes.
Even if the county's funding it? We
Yeah.
could, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I entertain a motion, seek RFQs.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Combs, second by Commissioner Gore. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 6, discuss, consider, approve, Entergy's electrical power line easement for the animal control building.
Judge, excuse me, but I think we got off. We were still discussing 4.
All right, Sam, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Billy.
I think we were still discussing 4 with the economic development, 5. And actually on that one.
Well,
we
voted on,
On the table.
all right, we got a motion on the table on 4.
We voted on, the one we just voted on, I believe was 4, unless I'm mistaken.
No, we voted on 5. I got a motion by Commissioner Combs, second by Commissioner Tice on 4. Now, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Yeah, we voted on 5. That was Combs on 4. All right, number 6 is the power line easement, so we can get power over the animal control building.
So move.
Is that
Wait,
three?
who made the motion?
Gore.
Who second? Tice?
Nice.
Okay, go ahead, Gary.
Is that for three phase or single phase?
I think
It's for 3 phases, my understanding, and
Well, I know we had trouble getting three-phase to the mosquito control office over there, the reason I was asking.
Leslie. We'll get
I believe
Mike.
it's the same situation now, is my understanding. It should have been called on the front end, but evidently that was missed by us on the front end.
It is.
It is three-phase?
It is.
Okay. Never mind then. All right, I got a motion second. I thought the cat had Gary's tongue, but he opened up there.
I had
All
to
right,
bark.
any other-
I just had to bark a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Animal control.
No pun intended.
Now that was good, Gary.
That was good. All right, got motion second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're going back to number 1. Receive offer on the sale of real property and respond if necessary regarding disposition or continued negotiation. We'll go into executive session at this time. It's now 2:02 PM. All right, Chambers County Commissioner Court come to order after executive session, 2:23 PM. The item taken back was number 1 on the special call meeting agenda. And that item is tabled for the court on the 24th. With that, nothing further to come before the court. We are adjourned. Thank you so much. Gary, don't be barking at us.
Thank you, Judge.
See you guys next week.